Hey everyone, this is Alcheva with facebook.com/Didi Alcheva and facebookmasteryclub.com. And let me ask you a question. Are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the new changes that Facebook just introduced today? And the changes that they have been introducing over the last few weeks, and more are to come actually tomorrow. So how are you feeling about that? Well, I want to help you get over that feeling of overwhelm and frustration so that you can move forward, keep on moving forward with your business without feeling like you don't know how to use or understand what has just happened and what are all these changes and how can you best benefit from them in your business. How can it best benefit from it? So let me just real quickly, I'm going to make this as fast as possible here and just introduce you to the latest changes that Facebook introduced today to your personal profile, to the news feed. I'm actually here on the news feed. So how has the news feed changed? Well, basically right now all of your news is now in one place. Which before it used to be two places. You had, I believe it was called Top Stories and Most Recent. Now they're all in one place with the most interesting stories featured at the top. But that's only if you haven't visited Facebook for a while. If you haven't, then the first thing you will see at the top are photos and status updates that were posted while you were away. And those are marked with a little tiny blue corner on the left side, and that's how you identify them as top stories. Now, if you have visited Facebook, which I guess I have, a little bit more often and more recent, then the recent stories is at the top. But if your top stories is at the top, then the recent stories is below it, so you have to scroll down and look for where the recents are. But for me right now, they're at the top. Now, what I like about this is that you can actually mark stories as top story. And so I think that there is a great potential here to get more viral ability, to get more viral with your posts, and get the love of your fans by having more of them mark your story as a top story, which will then show up as a top story to your friends, and it will give you advantages for them to look at it with more I guess importance. So that's that. Now, what is a top story? Your top stories are the stories published since you last checked newsfeed that Facebook thinks and determines that you will be finding more interesting. And how is a story, top story, determined, or what is it based on? It's a few different factors and probably more, but that includes the relationship to the person who posted the story, how many comments and likes it got, what type of story it is, and so forth. Now, for example, if a friend's status update that might not normally be a top story may become one if a lot of your friends comment on it. Okay. Now, how do you control what you see on your news feed? Basically, you still have the friends list. They're the smart friends list now, which is something that I'll be talking about in another video. And they're right now located on the left side here. And you can filter by friends list. So let's say this is a friends list I want to filter by. And now I'm going to only see stories from people who, and my internet is probably a little slow, but I'm going to see stories from people who are only on this page. Another thing that I like, and I know my collaboration partner Glenn Caro was very stoked about, is that photos are much bigger now. And this is great for marketers, at least because and photos are one of the most interactive, or actually the most interactive media when used in your updates. It creates most interaction. And I definitely recommend you using photos in your updates. And now they're a lot more visible as well. Now, okay, this was filtering by friends. I'm gonna go back to the news feed and continuing with how to control what you see on your news feed. You're still able to, and by the way, here's a top story right here. It has, this is the little blue corner that I was talking about. So if I feel like, okay, this is not a top story for me, so actually it showed this because I was in it, so it's not actually a top story. But if it was a top story, I would unmark it from being a top story. But currently it's not marked, so I can't do that. I can't show you that, but it would say unmark as top story, and you will basically tell Facebook, hey, this is not a top story according to me, and you will help them determine what is a top story according to you more easily that way. You can also subscribe to see their only important stuff from this person, all of their updates or most updates, and depending on that, you'll see more or less from them on your wall. Now you can unsubscribe from their status updates or unsubscribe completely from everything that they're doing, and you would do this here. And I'm just going to do this right now just to show you how it happens. Nothing personal. I think I did it. Okay, so I've unsubscribed. But now if I wanted to get that back, let's say, okay, I made a mistake, or I want to start hearing again from this person, what I'll do is come here to the newsfeed, and actually my my recording here is not wide enough, but there is a little thing that pops up here, a little pencil that I can click, and now I can edit here to the left. So edit and be able to bring that person back right here and save. So it's not gonna bring her up right here, but actually it did right here. Now there's more recent posts, recent stories. All right, let's talk about the feature that has been, according to me, it's been getting the most uhs and ahs and oh no, I'm getting dizzy, this is horrible, I'm getting distracted, and this is the ticker. The ticker is what it's called, and basically the ticker is right here on the right side of your account, and it lets you see your friends' activity in real time. So all kinds of activities. So when you hover over any item of the ticker, you can see the full story and join the conversation as it happens right there. You can, let's see, this one, to click on something that may have more comments. Okay, none of it really has a lot of comments. And by the way, you can scroll here, you can scroll and you know, look at people's, and you can see all the comments associated with it. And so the ticker updates itself as a story happens. And I guess this gives you a more complete picture of what your friends are doing right now. The stories are live, so there are things like status updates, friendships, photos, videos, links, likes, and comments. And they're basically the same stuff you would see anywhere else on Facebook, but it happens right here in one place, real time. And unfortunately for many of you, you cannot close it. You can, you know, take it away completely, but apparently you can shrink it. But I've played with this and I cannot figure out how to shrink it, and I think that it's probably shrunk as much as it's gonna go. So so that is that. And according to me, what I feel is that yes, this is a little bit distracting, especially we're in such a ADD society, and it's, you know, Facebook marketing and Facebook for business definitely works, but it's also, there's a lot of challenges with it, with a lot of distractions, and it's just so easy to get distracted and get into doing something else than what you actually intended to do when you got on Facebook. So that's making it even more challenging, okay? At the same time, though, I feel that there is a very big opportunity here, a lot of potential for marketers to create more viral ability, to get more viral with their posts here, because I think that with this feature, it will be seen by more people. It's real time, and as soon as you post, your friends will see this, and when people comment, their friends will see that they commented. So I think that this has a lot of potential, and I've already felt it in today's post that I posted. I think that it was quite fast that I got about 30 comments on one post in probably about an hour. So I think that this is great for business. Yes, it is distracting, but we all have to take responsibility and make sure that we don't fall into the distraction because it's higher now. It's bigger, right? And so to use it wisely. Now, what I would like to see is that when I, let's say, choose a list, that I actually get to see the ticker with just people on that list. And that way, I think that it will be easier to catch conversations in real time with people that actually matter to me. Let me just show you how you can, let's see, I'm going to choose a story here, how you can unsubscribe or basically hide a story. There is a little arrow right here, and you can hide the story, and it will not show anymore whenever other people are interacting with it. So that is that. Overall, I think that there's some good changes here. Obviously, nobody likes change, but reality is, and I think I just saw a post by a good friend somewhere here below who said, things are changing and Facebook is changing, so get over it and, run with it and go with the flow. And so that's what I say. I like the bigger photos. Use photos in your updates. I like that I can, and my friends can now mark my story as a top story. And I like that I can catch some real-time conversations that I would have missed in the future, in the past, and that my friends could also have a higher potential to catching conversations that are happening on my wall as they happen, which obviously when they join them, it creates more virality. So this is it. These are the updates. This video is getting long. Another video will be coming shortly, as there will be more changes happening tomorrow. There has some that have happened already that I want to address. So, let me know what you think. What do you think about the ticker? What do you think about the recent and top stories? What do you think about the bigger photos? What do you think about, the ability for people to mark you as a top story? What would you like to see differently? And, how do you feel? How does these constant changes making you feel? And do you feel like and those are a lot of questions, but do you feel like this is, potentially good for your business, or is it hurting your business? This is Alcheva. I will talk to you soon. Come on over to my Facebook page at facebook.com/DDAlcheva. Say hi. Let me know what you think about this video. And also check out facebookmasteryclub.com, where I have an entire series of training videos and training tutorials, a whole course really going into the ins and outs of Facebook. Talk to you soon. Have a fabulous day.